guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Skyhaven. So in the last episode we had this brand new layout that we started to implement, and in this episode we're going to finalize it. We're going to keep running over here, we're going to keep researching, but really we're going to finalize this layout and get this into operation as soon as we can. So what I was thinking with regards to our access here, we have the possibility of, because we're running both of our runways in this general direction, we could have a single taxiway that comes around this way, and that a single taxiway from that access point that comes in here and goes in there. And similarly, we have one that comes in here and goes in there. The only problem is then we have the ability that these stands over here don't actually have access to that runway for arrivals, and similarly this one doesn't have access to this one unless we do a double runway over here that goes one from this one going in and one from that one going in. That actually will work. The only problem I have with that is, in reality, I'm not sure how realistic that is, because then we've got all of these vehicles having to cross multiple taxiways to get here. I think I'm going to allow it just for the sake of making sure our planes are really in a good spot. Okay, so let's start and have a look at what that looks like. Where is that one? That one has already served itself and gone out of the way, so not a problem at all. Okay, so what does that look like? This one is a little bit closer, but this one could actually do a direct run. So let's slow that down a bit, and we'll grab our asphalt taxiway. See, so in this case we could actually run straight into it. So if we don't snap like this, okay, hang on, let's extend that. Let's get the snapping back on. We'll just extend that straight, and then if we run this one straight in here, okay, that has to be straight, right, and all the way up to this spot. I'll go by, actually. For the time being, you may as well tie in over there. Okay, and then, oh, no, that's not where we want to go. We want to go down here. Excellent. So let's tie that in here, and we'll tie this one in there. Okay, let's run it a little bit longer. So the idea is now these guys can come up and they can access all of this. The issue I have now with what we've got going on over here is, even if we remove all of this, it might not be in exactly the spot we would like it to be. Well, let's land both of these guys. Presumably it'll come up here, no problems. So we could, yeah, so ideally, actually what I would want to do is actually bring this one up, move it and bring it up. Okay, let's get into our next round of research. So we've just purchased this one, or got this one. So advanced fueling is definitely something I'm after. What does this vehicle do? Your crew car, passenger space, for instance, makes enough legroom. So what is this? Where does this actually work? The crew car. I'm assuming it is the flight check. I'm assuming that's what it is. Then we've got the weather monitor. We've got advanced fueling, and we've got yet another Diamond TF 2022. Capacity of 30,000. I think that it's just a quicker one, but it's still very similar to what we've got going. So definitely a few things we could do over here. And then certainly I'm pretty keen on all of these guys. So let's get this one going, the Wiley, so we can upgrade those. Okay, so really now the idea is that we would like to get another one. So that means we're actually done on this. And I think that's okay. I think that's okay. So we're not going to expand any further in this direction. Maybe it's good that we have that finality going on. So if we were to go to the 10-meter variety, it just doesn't want to work. So let's go up there. So what I'm keen on is maybe the 20-meter separation. Yeah, that's the one. And then I don't want it to go all skew like that. So that's right. And then can we do that? Beautiful. That is beautiful. Apart from the fact that this can allow these guys to kind of run a funny line here. I definitely want to do a very similar thing over here and not get it too much. Yeah, it's going skew fairly quickly. But now it's not. We'll do that and we'll do that. So now that's our second line. What I would like to do is move this one up so that it goes in there. In which case we'll have to remove some of these things again. Yeah, it's getting a little iffy over here. Let's pause it for a second. Do we have planes waiting? We do not. So what I'm going to quickly do, I'm going to go ahead and remove some of these up to about there. I am going to go ahead and remove this one because it's going to cause me some grief. I'll do that. I'll leave that one in place for the time being. What I'll do is I will close off this one, and presumably I should be able to. I had it. Come on, there it is. I'd like to close that one and sell it. These ones I'm going to always do that. I'm just going to always do it. They cause us so much grief that it's not worth us trying to reuse them. Give me this one here, close that off and cancel that. Now let's trim back all of this stuff there and there. Ooh, even that, let's just get rid of that so we clean that up a little bit. Now the idea is really that we would like this one to go straight in here, so let's grab a little section here. We'll get it up to speed there, I think. Anyway, that's gonna kind of help us. We need this one to stop working for some reason. Okay, now, since we've got active planes everywhere, I'm thinking we're going to need to, let's do a temporary setup over here. Can we, oh man, can I just trim these back? We'll do a temporary setup all the way over there and we'll tie that in. Presumably that'll work. Okay, so let's speed it up so we can get this guy to kind of stop its services so we can move it. Yeah, someone's still making use of it. Yeah, this guy is taking off. Now this should be done. Okay, now let's move this one up. And the idea is... What? How come? Oh, there we go. Now. I think it is there. I think it is there. If I do... Or is it up by one? Really can't tell. I think that may be it. Okay, so let's see. Even though I think I might even be able to align it with the other one, if even if it's not the absolute outer point. This is the one. Yeah, I can align it. I could have gone one more, but I'm pretty comfortable with that setup right over there. That is pretty well aligned. So let's tie that one in. I think that also means we can remove this one. And then, realistically, we'll trim this back because we won't be using that anymore. So these guys will be coming in from this side. Yeah. And so we won't be having that. Excellent. Well, anyway, we might be needing it at the moment. But we'll get back to it. So we'll clean that one out. So yes, that's actually pretty good. I'm pretty comfortable with it. If anything, I will expand it in this direction. If anything, we'll expand it down into this direction. Okay, so that is fine. What we're missing, of course, is we do need to provide the additional ramp exits, which we will do. Let's quickly grab the additional ramp exits, just the early off for those flights that finish off earlier. So the middle point is actually indicated pretty nicely over here. So what I might do is I might align it. That's actually not quite aligned, but anyway, I might align it something like that, just after the middle. Yeah, something like this is probably about right. So I'm going to go ahead and align it over here. That should be okay. And then we'll run one of these guys up. We still have the monies. Yeah, we'll run them up alongside there. I actually like that a lot. We could run them in on this side. We may do that, actually. So what I'm going to do now, this is the inbound. So outbound is, oh, yeah. We could do a little something like this. I would have liked to have it go straight, though. So let's do that. Let's make it go straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this one down a little bit further. And what we might do is we might just do... No! Craziness. There we go. Might just do that, right? So at least if we're loading this side, you can actually run, though it kind of goes against what we're trying to do, because now we might end up loading this one where we really in reality want to load that one from that side, but it may work either way. I'll leave that in there for now. And what we obviously want to do is we want this kind of temporary arrangement that's not actually tying in to allow. So for the time being, what I might do is I might do that. Yeah, so let's just do something like this and something like that, and what we'll do is we'll close that out and we'll tie that in. Okay, so we'll do something like that, right? So on the outbound, it is ideal that you go down this way, and what we'll do is we'll get a bit of a temporary alignment in on this one as well, though I am thinking we probably want them to, no, we don't want them to run on the same, just in case we do an extra one. This might be the appropriate alignment for it. Anyway, so let's get our extra one in place here. We'll try and do the similar the symmetrical setup that we did on the other side. So we'll do up to that, and we will close these off, and then we can open up this runway pretty comfortably, no problems whatsoever. All I need to do is, so we're running that one down. We need to just do a few tie-ins over here. So we'll do a temporary tie-in there. We'll do a temporary tie-in there. And that should allow us access to both these runways while we continue doing some other things. Okay, so let's see if that should all work. I want to open this one up for business. There we go. We've got our two runways in place. So I'm hoping to see that is quite a useful one. Okay, they're all working again. Excellent. Excellent. So these are all temporary setups. So now let's get the rest of this all linked up. So for the time being, these will go to both of those sides. So all we need to do is just quickly link these two up with our full setup. So direct connection there, and that should allow both of those to tie in. So keep running. Now, what we need to do now is get our service vehicles. And what I'm kind of doing is probably going to slowly move these service vehicle arrangements over here while we maintain a very similar terminal. I'm not going to move the terminal again. I think the terminal is sufficient in that location as long as we provide pretty direct access down from this corridor all the way down there. Now we've got Wileys in place, so I think I'm going to go with the omnibus because that's a pretty useful one. Though this one carries how many people? 50 capacity, so we can do up to 100 with two buses. That's a pretty nice number. It's a pretty nice little number there. So we keep going. Okay, that's excellent. That's very good. Now, what are we going to do? So I think we're going to have different road segments for different vehicle types. So I'm going to run this road segment down, yeah, up to about that place there. Can we please keep this nice and aligned? Is that nice and aligned? Let's just get our, yeah, we're on that one. I would like it to stay on it, please. So this is going skew, is it? If we do that, right, now I would like to stay, it's going skew, is it? No, it's not, it can't be. So we do that, right, there we go. That's the setup. And in reality, what we want to do is go straight through like so, actually. So what we'll do is we'll do that. We'll close this little section out. That's not quite what I had in mind. We'll leave that be. So there we go. So that's our that's a road connection from that side. So we can kind of tie up all of these together. And what we might do, yeah, let's just keep going with that. We can land this guy, no problem. Let's get that guy landed. Oh, there's another one. We'll get that guy landed as well. Okay, we're very close. I'm going to set this up now, so don't worry about it. So what we'll do, let's just get all of our road connections all sorted out. Actually, let's start it off from this side, go up there and tie it in. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just run each one of these across, and I'm very tempted to move the entire thing to this road layout. So what I might do is, as we move these things over, we will move this one so it's all kind of lined up. Is that thing just doesn't look straight at all, does it? It looks like it's doing some skew stuff, some skew business over here. But I think the idea is that we're kind of there now. We're waiting on fuel. Fuel should be delivered. I'm not going to worry about that now. We should be delivered. So let's link these guys up. Just make sure all of this stuff is linked all together. We could do some other stuff if we need to do it, but I don't think it's going to be necessary. I think just down all the way to there and then back is probably about all we're going to need. We don't need it to link to the back or be able to turn and go to the other side or anything like that. So, for instance, I was thinking, well, actually, maybe for completeness, let's go ahead and do that so that we do, in fact, have a little loop on this side. And then similarly, we'll keep going down over here. All the way down. It's looking like it's snapping a little bit better. I'll leave that one in there to kind of indicate that we're able to do that. We'll come back down on this side again. Okay, and with all of this in place, it is time for us to assign our services. And there we go. So that's good. Now, we could also connect over to the other side. Actually, we can. At least once this one is removed, we can do that. So now with all of that in place, and what I might do for the time being is let's just get an extra road in there and even an extra one in there. So to kind of indicate that we've got all of this access that can get to all of these places. Now, let's quickly assign our spots. Okay, so what do we have? We want to move it, but I'm not going to move it. I'm going to get the planes to go over first. So this guy, what we'll do is we'll just additionally assign all of these over here. Okay, that's fine. So it's additionally assigned. So it's actually currently serving both. And then on that side, we're going to do this the very same thing. Right, with the plan is obviously that we're going to take over on this side. Ooh, it's a bit of a lag. So when we move them, there we go. When we move them, we just need to make sure that we move them appropriately. So this one goes over there, this one goes over here. Now, the next spot is the Air Meals Factory. So what we'll do is, in addition to this, we'll just grab all of these ones. That's it. We've got another Air Meals Factory over here. So we'll just do them one by one. So we kind of gave everything a go. There we go, there we go. It's a little bit of a lag going on at the moment. That's good. So we've got the air meals in place. So now let's go ahead with the fueling. So and by the way, the fueling will be replaced by the new technology once we've finished our research. Okay, so that fueling has gone in. So let's get this fueling to go over here. And yeah, I didn't need to actually pause the game while this is happening. Are we now in fact out of fuel? Supposed to be delivered. So let's delink that one. Okay, get out of the way there. So we've got the fuel, we've got the cargo, we've got the air meals. And now for some reason we're out of fuel. I'm just going to let it run because we should be getting another delivery come in. Definitely should be coming in. So I'm just going to let it run and it's going to do its thing. The omnibus, the Sawyer. We'll research the Sawyer over there. That should be pretty good. And then we'll see about some other stuff. Waste treatment goes everywhere. So we might need an extra one. So let's do that. We can go ahead and start building the extra one over here. So while we've got that going, so let's get a bit of a road structure in place here that could make that work. I'm going to go, we could extend it all the way that way, to be honest. Once we get rid of this, there's a lot of room here. So let's extend it up there and maybe not go ahead and tie in a lot of stuff here. So let's just get it in that spot over here. I think that's going to be appropriate. So what we'll do is we'll leave little stumps in here so that we know where our through movements will be running. So we want something in there, something in here. We'll put something on the back once we've cleared this out. So let's get a facility, the waste facility. Cleaning services, water supply, waste treatment facility. So waste treatment facility, you, my friend, can go in there. I am generally pretty comfortable with that. So we'll get the waste treatment facility in there. I would like you linked up to all of these stands. Perfect. Got you in there. We're going to buy some vehicles. 2 vehicles for now is going to be just fine, I think. And you've got that signed in. So the other waste treatment facility that we have is this one. It's got 3 vehicles, but it's going to start serving these ones over here. We can, of course, upgrade if we need to. Okay, so that's done. So let's unpause so things can continue running and we can see if this fuel situation is going to resolve itself or whether, yeah, there it comes. Got some fuel arriving and another bit of fuel on its way. So that's pretty good. I like that. Okay, so that's the waste. Water filtration. We should have 2 waters. Ah, actually, that's an old one. So that's an old water station. And oh, we're actually not even using that. Okay, so let's get a new water station in here as well. Let's go ahead and buy ourselves a new water filtration station. Get that in place. Water supply and filtration. We can actually squeeze it in there. I'm comfortable to do that. Let's do that. Buy a couple of vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4. It does full 4 of them, huh? Excellent. Well, what we'll do is we'll get these guys linked up to this side. It's probably overkill to have 2 of them, but we'll do that. Get ourselves nice and resolved. Okay, so that's good. They're staying on parking for the time being. So this water filtration station, which is pretty busy, I think. We're gonna, yes, that's okay. Let's just assign all of this. It's very difficult sometimes to see, at least with all of these icons in place, it's quite difficult to see what's happening, what's not happening. So I've got that one set up, so it's all moving. So that means I can get rid of this guy, right? This guy isn't actually doing anything. So let's get rid of those 2. We'll close it and we'll remove it. And we'll go back in here. So now we've got all of those. Let's go back to airplane services and start getting our advanced fueling moving. That would be pretty cool. Okay, so now we've got, keep going on this. So what is this guy? Cleaning services is the next one, and we've got 2 of them. So this one, and then this jet era ramp terminal. So this one goes over here. That's fine. We should get on top of that. Again, we've got an issue with the fuel delivery system happening. So I'm not too a big fan of that. Anyway, that's okay. And then the other cleaning is this one. And that one will be linked over here. Stop telling me this. I know I can take off that tick box, but I do want to actually see it. I just don't know why we're continuously having this problem. It's supposed to be delivering. There's more than enough place, more than enough room for it. The only thing where these things start happening is generally when you don't have enough room, then you start seeing these things kind of run into problems. Okay, so we've moved all of this, we moved all of that. Stop with it. Air meals have been moved. Everything has been moved apart from the jet era servicing. So let's get that one in place. Get another one in place, actually. So jet era ramp service. We'll get one to go in here. Thank you. We'll buy a couple of vehicles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just going to leave it as is, one of those. And let's quickly assign it up. So let me assign it to these guys. So we're out of fuel yet again and waiting for some more fuel deliveries. Presumably at the end of the day, we'll have that all sorted out. I just want us to get ready for our next batch to come in. And then this guy, come on. This guy, we will assign these to. And then the only other thing left is our passenger services from the terminal. The terminal will stay in place. I'm not going to move the terminal again. It's a pretty nifty terminal in the spot where it's at the moment. So I'm pretty comfortable with it there. So we'll leave that in place. So all of these things have now, in fact, been moved. Everybody should have multiple services that it's actually going to solve. Now, these guys will go further away. Stop saying that, please. Okay, so we've got 6, right? So we've got 6. So 2, 2, 2. Yeah, I think that's it. There we go. Fuel's coming in. And we've got another fuel supposedly on the way. So 1, 2. Okay, then the next one is going to be 3 and 4. Dismiss that. Thank you. Stop it. Stop it. I'm not worried about it. And then the next one is going to be that one and that one. I like it. Get me out of here. The escape button doesn't actually get rid of it. So let's do that one and that one. Yeah, so I'm doing 2 per stand. And I think that's about right, actually. Stop it. There and there. And then we'll do that one and that one. Perfect. We'll close that out. Now, these 2 go to the other side. So we'll basically do one down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's going to be fine. And we'll go this one down the next row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like so. That is fine. Good stuff. And we'll do this one down here. Okay, that's the end of the day. I'm hoping these things will resolve, but they're a little bit of a worry. Actually making money. Now, who were we busy working with? We were busy working with this guy. There and there. Okay, clean that out. Get this one. I'm going to grab the last row. Yeah, I know we've got shortages, guys. Very clear. We've got shortages because something is not quite right. So this guy is going to be furthest away. Those 2. Yes, I know. Lots and lots of pop-ups. So many. So many pop-ups. Okay. We should be very close to being able to move things over. Yes, I know. You've told me. How many people in the development team? I know very little about the team that's developing this. But you wonder how many people they have. Yes, thank you. Whether, I mean, because it's been years, right? It's been years. I think this was actually in a Kickstarter, actually. There we go. Okay, so all of those are now assigned. So what the last thing that I just need to check is getting the various vehicles in place. And we should have the latest of everything. If I can stop that. I know I can just untick it. I should probably do that. One of those and, my goodness, and one of those. And what I can also do is just stop it. Okay, hang on, end of that, and open that one up, and stop saying that. I'll need to switch these things back on again, though. So we're out of fuel. Okay, let me get these guys. Yeah, we're at the end of the episode, so I'm just going to finish off all of this, and then in the next episode, we'll actually get our flights to come in here. So it's that one, and this one. It's good. It's this one, and it's that one. At least our money did never stop, so it's been pretty easy for us to sort this out, even with all the tedious pains with like the fuel, because everybody is gonna, well, we're gonna start running into problems now very quickly, I think. So let's do that one and this one. That should be pretty good. Lots of these things that we just need to clean up, and I'll need to do the renaming as well as we move things over. I might do the renaming in between episodes, and in the next one we'll kind of do the flights. I might see. I might call it a different naming convention this time around. We'll see. So we'll do that. Get that all done, guys. But what I'll do is I'll actually finish that off. Get that all sorted. What is this? Ah, it's not actually connected. I was wondering what that was. Let's quickly fix that. Just make sure that that is in fact connected. And then, oh no. So why might I ask? Why are we doing this? Right? All sorted. Okay. What I'll do is I'll finish off all of this. So we'll have the stuff ready, and in the next episode, I think we'll just transition everything over. Everything is now screwed up anyway, not getting its services. So what I'll do is I might, just clean up all of this, and I'll show you how we transition all of this in the next episode. But yeah, things are not looking rose-colored as it should be in terms of all of our operations. Everything is in pains, not getting fuel because I don't know why. To be honest. Oh, it might just be because there's a backlog of the fueling. It's probably the only reason. Okay, guys, but anyway, it's been an excellent episode. I'll see you in the next one when we actually have our inaugural flights coming into these new stands, ready for us to get into the final position. But yeah, I'll need to do the renaming in between episodes as well. That's a little bit tedious too. Okay, guys, I'll see you next time. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Bye-bye.